I think a concept that I talk about often, I'd love to get your take on it, is the concept of post-traumatic growth. Because we oftentimes in media hear PTSD, 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 and it's important to talk about PTSD because mental health stigma needs to be broken down. We need to be comfortable talking about it. But we don't talk about the other end of the spectrum, which is the post-traumatic growth. And I see examples of this on the regular. I host events for charity nonprofits, and I'll see folks who have gone through cancer multiple times themselves, their family members have gone through, and here they are leading a coalition, raising money, sharing their experiences. And the things that they all say, in fact, I just had a very popular YouTuber who is blind, Molly Burke, sat on the couch with me and tell me she would never change her vision issue because it's made her this life that not necessarily, it doesn't define her, but it's given her that challenge that now she's risen above and it gives her meaning in her life.
Yeah, no, this is such an important idea to get across. I wish this idea was more widely known. So I was very active in the positive psychology movement, which began around 1998, 1999. Martin Seligman got together young people who were studying the sort of the neglected positive side of psychology. Of course, we need work on trauma and violence and addiction, but nobody was studying happiness or thriving. And one of the research lines that was very important early on, and it's really panned out beautifully, is exactly this. It's called post-traumatic growth. But the general finding is that if you look at people who've been through a car accident, a cancer diagnosis, all sorts of bad things, and you see how are they doing a few years later, some are traumatized, but that's pretty rare. PTSD is not very common, but most people grow. Most people at least say that they are stronger. One of the big things is you find out who your friends really are, and those relationships get much deeper. You develop generally more sensitivity to others, and you tend to care less about career success. Your values change. You care more about people and connections.
Sure.
So it's a beautiful fact about our species that, in fact, it's like we're anti-fragile, that when we get knocked really hard, we tend to come back better.
Yes.
So again, not to say, or everyone should go out and have a trauma,
no, for
not
sure.
that. But we have to change our conception of people. If you think of people as fragile and you protect them and you assume they're traumatized and they need therapy because of a loss, you're making things worse.